Hello, welcome back to the session. We have been talking about the chemical kinetics and we have discussed with you the rate law, rate equation, and last time I have discussed with you the order of the reaction and we have told you how to find the rate law and rate expressions. By now we are aware that what is the equations, integrated rate equations for the zero order kinetics, for the first order kinetics. You see that we have told you that what we derived was integrated rate equations. What I derived? Integrated rate equations for zero order and first order. Integrated rate equations were derived for zero and first order. And important thing, I told you that there will be questions on this. There will be 100% numericals and questions will be asked on this. Therefore, we have shown you different type of graphs and we will give you some examples of the questions which were asked in board papers also. And we said कि formula should be very well known to the students, that what we said, KT is equal to 2.303 log of R naught by RT. So I have derived a formula for the reaction which I said R forms the product. So very important formula, that here we said ki R0 is the concentration of the reactant at time t equal to 0 and RT is the concentration of the reactant at time t. So original concentration and how much is left after time t, that is my RT. And questions will be asked on this basis. Very important. Now we are talking, as you can see the heading, first order gas phase reaction. Very important question was asked 2 years back. What will happen if the reaction is gas phase? In the gas phase, you see here I have told you, this was an example of concentrations we have been taking, moles per liter. For example, here supposing I have written a reaction. This is a first order reaction, but it is happening in gas phase. You can see the reactant is A in G. G means gas. It is forming products B, G, C, G. The products are in the gaseous state. So now the question is, if we have gases, then what will we do? For first order reaction, we have already derived the general formula. This is the formula for the first order reaction. But you know, these are the concentrations. And instead of concentrations, we will need pressures now, But you are also aware that ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, students. That means pressure is equal to N by V RT, students. And what is this? N by V, which is CRT. I hope. C is the concentration in moles per liter. It is proportional to the pressure. As you can see here. R and T are constant. R is the gas constant. T is the temperature. So instead of concentrations, I can put the partial pressures now. See what I have written here. Very important thing. What I have written? The total pressure of the reaction mixture at constant volume and temperature is equal to the sum of the partial pressures of all the gaseous reactants and products involved. Very important point. I hope you have noted this down. What I am trying to tell you, very important. The reaction now is a first order, I am saying. The formula for first order, you derived it last time. But the products, as you can see, and the reactants, they are in gaseous state, they are in gas. So it is a gas phase reaction. Very important question for board examination. Very important question. It is a gas phase reaction. And when reactions take place in gas, you already know the total pressure of the reaction mixture at constant volume is sum of the partial pressures of all the gaseous reactants. In other words, what you are trying to say, reaction is taking place. A is forming B plus C, as you can see. When I start the reaction, what is happening? Okay, let us see. You are saying that A is a gas. It is forming B and C gas. And at time t equal to 0, you are saying the initial concentration of A is Pi. Pi is the initial pressure. Now here I am talking of pressure. What is this value? This is 0 and 0. After time t, what will happen? After time t, some amount of this will react. So there will be decrease in pressure of A. If I say that Pi minus X, according to the stoichiometry of the reaction, it is clear to me that if X is a decrease in pressure, X is a decrease in pressure now. Then what is the pressure of the B gas? As per this, 1 mole of this gives 1 mole of B, 1 mole of C. So pressure of this will be X and X. Okay. So what is happening that when after time t, these are the partial pressures. This is my PA. This I am calling as PA. This is my PB. This is my partial pressure of B. Partial pressure of B. This is my partial pressure of B. And this is the partial pressure of C. Right? So what we said, let Pi be the initial pressure of A. Here Pt is the total pressure. We will calculate what is the total pressure at time t. Integrated rate of such equation can be derived. The question in the exam is derive the integrated rate equation for the gas phase first order reaction. This is my first order reaction. The reaction is given to me. A gives B and C. Now this is the pressure. What is the total pressure then? According to this, what will be the total pressure? This is my total pressure Pt. Add the partial pressure. Dalton's law of partial pressure says that the total pressure is sum of the pressures. What we get? X and X cancel. So what is that value? P initial plus X. This is my total pressure for the reaction mixture. This is my reaction mixture. Now you have derived a formula which is already there for the first order. What is the first order formula? You are saying first order formula is your first order formula. What I derived? Kt is equal to 2.303 log of initial concentration. Here initial pressure. What is the initial pressure of API? And pressure of the A after time t, that is your PA. That is your PA. So this is our first order kinetics equation. We already know about it, as I have written here. Instead of the molar concentrations, molar concentrations are proportional to the pressure. I have replaced them by the pressure. So I hope there is no doubt about this. I can replace by pressure. So if I can replace this by pressure, Pi is my initial pressure is known to me. Pi is the pressure of A. But remember that in our question which will be given to you in the exam, PA value will not be given. You don't have PA value is not given. PA value not given. So PA value is not given. What is given is the total pressure is given. This total pressure is given in the exams. What we measure actually is the total pressure. So this equation is in PA, but PA is not given in the exam. We have to convert it into total pressure. So how will we do that? How will we do that? So what is PA? You are saying KT is equal to 2.303 log of PI. What is PA? PI minus X. Initial pressure is given in the exam. PI is my initial pressure, and X, what is X? The pressure of A which decreases, but total pressure is given in the exams. So I can say that total pressure minus PI is equal to X. So if I put the value of X here, what will I get? I am saying put the value of X. Put the value of X in this equation. What will be the result of that? KT is equal to 2.303 log of PI and PI minus X. What is the value of X? PT minus PI. PT minus PI. What will be this become? What will be this value PI? This is my initial pressure of P. This is my total pressure of P. And this is my initial pressure of P. So this becomes PI minus PT plus PI, which is equal to 2 PI minus PT. So I will put that value here, put the value here. So what you get? So the final formula which you are getting is KT is equal to 2.303 log of then you have PI divided by 2 PI minus PT. This is the important formula. This is the important formula which I will be using in the numericals. Note it down. Very, very important formula. Very, very important formula. I've derived this formula. The question was given in the exam in which he said derive the first order gas phase reaction formula. So what you are given? You are given the pressure. The pressure is given. KT is equal to 2.303 log of PI divided by 2 PI minus PT. This formula, note down, is a golden formula for the equation which I have written. I hope you understood my point that this is a gas phase reaction. This is a gas phase reaction. Now I will derive another formula. Which is also important, and there is a question in the book also on that. 2 years back a question was given on this. Numerical was given. Why? Because only initial pressure and total pressure was given. Therefore, we have to use this formula. For the pressure, we use this formula, and for the molar concentration, you already know this is the formula for the molar concentration which I am using. Now, supposing I am given this equation. I am given A is equal to 2B plus C. This is my reaction. Now, what will be the final formula for this? Supposing in the exam he says this is the equation. Here A gives 1B and 1C. Here A gives 2B and 1C. And you are asked to derive the formula. For this equation. A gives 2B plus C. Derive the gas phase reaction. It is a first order reaction. This reaction is a first order reaction. But here you can see what is happening. A is giving 2B plus C. Here it was B plus C. Or there could be some other cases. For example, in the book you have you are given 2 N2O5. 2 N2O5 gives N2O4 plus N2O4 plus O2. N2O4 plus O2. What you are given? Plus O2. If this is the question, this is 2. So this has to be 2 to balance. This is my balanced equation. So this is an example where I am saying 2B gives a 2A. 2A is giving me 2B plus C. Supposing I have to make a formula for this. How will I make a formula for this? Now, if I say the initial pressure is Pi, initial pressure is Pi. Beginning time t equal to 0, this is my 0, this is my 0 at t equal to 0, at t equal to 0, this is Pi, this is 0, 0. After time t, what will happen? It will become Pi minus 2x, and this will become 2x, and this will become x. Right? Clear? From the stoichiometry of the equation.
Yes, sir.
What will be the total pressure? The total pressure is equal to sum of the partial pressures, which is equal to Pi minus 2x plus 2x plus x. So this will get cancelled, and what you are getting, Pi plus x. Therefore, this is my total pressure. Then what is the value of x? What is the value of x here? Pt minus Pi. But what is the equation for this? What is the equation for this first order equation? I am saying it is a first order reaction. So for first order reaction, how do you write a first order reaction? Kt is equal to 2.303 log of, what is the initial pressure? Pi. This is my initial pressure, Pi. And what is the amount of N2O5 left at time t? Amount of N2O5 left after time t is Pi minus 2x. Now, since I said that this value is not given in the exam, they give us the total pressure, very important question. And numerical was given on this, and numerical is also given in NCERT book on this. We have to do it, very important. So what is the final form in terms of PT? In terms of PT, students put the value of x. Or in other words, I am saying this value which I am going to calculate, Pi minus 2x is equal to Pi minus 2. X value is how much? Pt minus Pi. Pt minus Pi, this will become equal to Pi minus 2pt, minus will become plus 2pi, and this Pi plus 2pi becomes equal to 3pi minus 2pt. I hope I have done the right maths. I'm sure I have done the right math. If there could be mistake, then you will rectify, because you are better than me in maths, and I could do some mistake. The question is to understand what I am talking with you. Very simple, that I have to make you understand the things. This is the most important thing, that we know what we are doing. Kt is equal to 2.303 log of Pi is my initial pressure, students. 3pi, it becomes 3pi minus 2pt. So you see, the formula takes this form finally. What I try to tell you on the very first day. If you are such an intelligent child, you will cram the things. The answer is no. You will say memorizing. No, memorizing will be done, but before that, we have to understand. I am saying we have to understand the material, students. Basic concept should be understood. You are going for NEET paper, you should understand everything. And here we are decoding the chemistry, NCERT, and some other books also, because the book has given only this one. I have derived the other formula also for you, just to show you any equation can be given to me in the exam. If this equation is given, then I will derive the formula for this. So stoichiometric coefficients, we already know how to deal with that. Mole concept, in the mole concept in 11th, we studied a lot about that. You know, there were many questions from mole concept in the NEET. And more than 2 or 3 questions are coming. So we have to be clear of what we are doing. So students, here was an attempt by us to show that we have been talking of molar concentrations, but there will be gas phase reaction, student, and don't worry about the gas, because in that case we'll use the pressure, and pressures will, are the partial pressures of the different reactants and products. They will replace the molar concentrations, and we will form the equations. And because in the exam, he will give us initial pressure and total pressure. So the formula is derived. Initial pressure of A and PT is the total pressure of the reaction. Total pressure is always the sum of the partial pressures of the reactants and products as given by Dalton's law of partial pressure. So I hope there is no doubt left in this derivation. You have noted it down. Okay.
Yes.
Now we can proceed further, students. Everything is very important and interesting. Okay, very important question for the paper. I mean, once you go to the board, you will see that this question was asked many times. I try my best to take questions which are there in the board paper and are important and given repeatedly. See that we have been talking about second order reactions, first order reactions, bimolecular, unimolecular type of reactions. And for example, what happened is that certain reactions are actually second order, but under certain conditions, they behave like first order. What is the meaning of pseudo? Here I am talking of pseudo first order reaction. If you see the meaning of pseudo, students, that means the reaction is actually not first order, but it behaves like a first order reaction. Now, why will a reaction behave like a first order? If I have two reactants, I'm saying there are two reactants. Supposing there are two reactants, student A plus B. They are reacting to form C. And you are saying, okay, the rate of the reaction is equal to K, A and B. This is, then you are saying, sir, this is a second order reaction. Yes, but supposing, I'm saying supposing, let me say that one of the reactant is in excess. I'm saying B is present in excess. What will be the result of that? If I am saying, for example, what I say, A is supposing my A concentration is 0.2 moles, supposing. And you are saying B concentration is sharp 30 mole, 30 mole, supposing. Now what is the story here? A is reacting with B. The concentration of A will decrease by 0.2. And what will be the, after that, B will be left how much? 28.8. If I use 0.2 mole of B, then how much is this left? 28.8. That means this 30 milliliter is very large excess. This is present in large excess. And when something is present in large excess, its concentration can be taken as constant in the reaction. When I say that B is present in excess, therefore its concentration is constant, is not changing in the reaction because the change is very small. Change is very small. So the overall result will be, I can say that rate is equal to K is constant, B is also constant. This is present in large amount. I put another constant K dash into A. Now the reaction behaves as a first order. Actually, it was second order. So this is known as pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo first order reaction. And students, my K dash is equal to K into concentration of B. So large number of reactions are known, or in certain reactions, some catalyst is added. So in the presence of the catalyst, what happens there? The reaction, one of the reactant doesn't appear in the rate law, behaves like first order. For example, here we have given example of this. What I said, the definition, let me read. First order reaction can be defined as a second order or bimolecular reaction that is made to behave like a first order reaction. This reaction occurs when one reacting material is present in great excess or is maintained at a constant concentration compared with the other substance. Example, hydrolysis of methyl acetate. This is a very good example of this reaction. In this reaction, what is happening is I have ester. You are aware of this reaction in the organic chemistry. This is my ester aqueous. It is reacting with water, liquid, and you know the products of this CH3, COOH, aqueous, and CH3OH aqueous. This reaction is catalyzed by acid. You know about this acid catalyzed reaction. So the rate of this reaction, you say that rate is equal to K CH3 COOCH3 into H2O. Now what? H2O is present in excess. It is present in excess. Therefore, its concentration will remain constant during the course of the reaction. If it is supposing 0.2, I am saying, and it is supposing 30 mole or something, then what is the result of this? This is a very large excess. So I can say that rate is equal to K dash into CH3 COCH3. What is your K dash? You are saying K dash is equal to K into H2O. This is a constant. This is another constant. The product of the two constant is also constant. So this is an example of pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo first order reaction. How we'll know about it? We'll give you a question on that. Then you will see that. If we give a question on that, we will see what is happening in this is experiment is done. Experiment is done. And after experiment, we note down the initial concentration of this and concentration of this after time, supposing after some time, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 30 of 2 minutes or 5 minutes. And then we try to find the value of the, apply the equation of the first law. Using the equation of the first law, if we find the value of K is coming same, the value of K is constant, then I can say that, okay, this is a first order reaction, but it is a pseudo first order reaction because here two things were involved, two reactants were involved, but one of the reactants is in excess. So under certain conditions, few reactions can behave like first order, or in the presence of catalyst also it happens in certain cases. It's a special condition. But this question will be, has been asked many times. What is a pseudo first order reaction? I have written another example of this. Question was given, give an example of pseudo first order reaction. You have seen this is my cane sugar. What is cane sugar? C12H22O11. The inversion of cane sugar, I am saying. Important in chemistry. Inversion of cane sugar is very important. We will study that in one of the chapters of biochemistry also. Why we say inversion of cane sugars? One thing here also. Every chemistry is connected. It will come in the another chapter also. What is the meaning of inversion? You see that formula of cane sugar, what you have written? C12H22O11. This is the sugar which you are eating at home, sucrose. Now it is reacting with water. But it will produce C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. And you are saying both are same. Acid catalyzed. H plus means, as earlier you see, I told you that certain acids are catalyzing these reactions. This is glucose. And this is fructose. Two compounds are formed. The glucose actually has a dextro rotation. You know, this is optically active compound. It is optically active compound. And this was dextro. You know what is dextro? Compounds which rotate the plane polarized light clockwise.
Yes, sir.
You have heard about plane polarized light. We will discuss this in organic chemistry.
Yes, sir.
But when the reaction took place, this dextro, the mixture becomes LiO. The mixture behaves like LiO, L. That means it rotates the plane polarized light towards anti-clockwise direction. What is that? Anti-clockwise, which is plane polarized light, this plane polarized light. So there is an inversion of the configuration. Why? Because the specific rotation of this is having some value. This is dextro, but this is LiO. The value of this is more than this. more than this. Around 92 point, this is 60. So the overall change is there from dextro to levo, from dextro to levo. So that is why we call this reaction as inversion of cane sugar. Very important reaction. Now here the rate of the reaction, there if we do experiments, how we can record the rotation of this, because rotation value will tell you that the reaction is taking place. The rate looks like this. This is my C12 H22 O11 O11 and you have H2O. Water is in large amount, so the reaction actually K dash C12 H22 O11. So the reaction behaves like this first order. This is another example of the pseudo first order reactions. These questions have been taken because they have been asked in exam many times. Two important things here which we talked about: gas phase reactions, how to derive the formula for the gas phase reactions, and what is the pseudo first order reaction. Okay, now important questions which were given in the board papers are before us. CBSE has asked these questions to us. See how the question is given. You can see the first question. And you have 2 minutes to go for it before I go for it. First order reaction takes 10 minutes for 25% decomposition. Calculate the T half for the reaction. Calculate the T half for the reaction. So this is a first order reaction. First order reaction question. First order reaction question we have to do. This is my question 1. A first order reaction takes 10 minutes for 25% decomposition. Calculate the T half for the reaction. Here you can see that they have given the log values in the paper. As I told you, in such questions, the log values will be given to us and we can try to solve the questions based on this. Any such question in the exam, because we have to write all the steps, very important, because this is a first order reaction. This is a first order reaction. For first order reaction, what is the formula? We already know. Kt is equal to 2.303. If I consider R goes to P, we derived this formula for the first order. Now this is my R0 and this is my concentration at time T. Now here he says 25% decomposition means what? Now this is the catch only. Find the value of this RT. 25% decomposition means what? 25% reacts. What will be left then? We have RT is the amount of R left. What will be RT then? You are saying R0 minus 25 by 100 into R0. As you can see, this is the amount reacted. Most of the mistakes by students are done here. So you can say, sir, this is 1 by 4. So what you are getting then? RT is equal to 3 by 4. 3 by 4, 4 minus 1, 3 by 4 of R0. Now it is easy. The question is solved. Question is solved for us. Time is T. Time is T. How much time is given? 10 minutes. So you are having, you will find the value of K in 10 minutes is equal to log of, how much is that? R0 divided by 3 by 4 R0. So what will be the result? R0 will cancel. So you will get log of 4 by 3, and there is a 2.303 already before that. So you have to find the value of log of 4 minus log 3. What is that value? He has given 0.602 and 0.477. Okay, you can substitute these values here, log 4 and log 3 values. Multiply by 2 and divide by 10, you will get k. What you are getting from here? K value. So you get the k value from this equation. Yes, you got it? Important
Yes,
question.
sir. Yes, sir.
So k value, how much k is coming? You will get the value of k. Log 4 is given to me, log 3 value is given to me, and multiply by 2.303, divide by 10 minutes, we'll get the value of k. And for what is the formula for the half-life of the first order reaction? 0.693 by k. That's it. So we can get the half-life by dividing by 0.693 by k. K T half is equal to 0.693, which we derived for the first order reaction. So we see that by this method you can calculate the questions. This question was given in board papers 3-4 years back. Any doubt in this question? You will be able to do this question easily.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This question is done. Next question, if you read, next question. All the questions I am taking, they are from board papers. Here he says, for the hydrolysis of methyl acetate in aqueous solution, the following result were obtained. This is the time in seconds, zero time, 30 seconds and 60 seconds. And this is the, what we are having values, mole per liter, mole per liter. Mole per liter at 0 time, this is the concentration of ester. At 30 seconds, this is the concentration of 0.30. You can see that one thing, with the time, concentration of ester is decreasing, 60 seconds, 0.15 left only. How much left? This is the amount which is left. At time t equal to 0, this is the amount. Now he says that,
Okay, sir.
show that it is a pseudo first order reaction. Very important question. This question was asked in the board papers. That's why I derived equation for the pseudo first order reaction. How will we solve it? What we have to do in this? You already know what we are saying, that देखो कि what we are doing, ester, CH3 COO CH3, this is reacting with water H plus, and you are forming acetic acid and CH3OH. This reaction is so important. Can't believe it that they are giving in so many questions. Now, if it is a first order reaction, what is the result? What is the formula for the first order reaction? You are saying first order formula is KT is equal to 2.303 log of R0 by RT. If we have doubt A, you can use A minus X below that, because I gave you that formula also. So how will we do this question then? What he wants to say? See, what is the value of K? What I am saying, what is the value of K? K is equal to 2.303 divided by time log of R0 by RT. Now this is my, what is R0 here? You can see concentration at time t equal to 0, t equal to 0. R0 value is shown here. What is the value of R0? Initial concentration is how much? 0.60 molar. So R0 is this one. But what is RT is changing with the time. RT is changing with time. So if I find K1 2.303 at 30 seconds, then you have log of what is R 0.60 always. And what is this value? As you can see, 30 seconds, what is the value of this? 0.30, 0.30. So you can find the value of this. Then you can find K2 at 2.303. Now what is that time? 60 seconds. 60 seconds. This such a question will be there in the paper. Very important. We have to understand. Log of what is the value? Original concentration 0.60. Final concentration how much? 0.15. 0.15. Now you find these two values first. Then I will talk with you. Find these two values. How much the values are coming, students? How much the values are coming? So here we have two values. We have tried to find the K1 and K2 values and want to see how much the values are coming. So what values are coming and what they prove? What they prove?
Sir, in this, sometimes I face problem in finding the value of log.
Log values, we have no problem. What is this log 2? This is log 4. Log 2 and 4 value I have given to you already. I gave you the value of log 2 and log 4. You already know now. I told you log 2 values will be, we already know 0.301 and log 4 is log 2 the square. So 2 times of that.
So, sir, should
This
I
is log 2, this
values?
is log 4. No problem in this case. Log 2 and log 4.
Sir, should I learn those values like log 2, log
I
3?
said ki they will provide you an exam, but log 2, log 3, log 4 value you should know.
Okay.
And how you know? Not cramming, no cramming, but by practice we know. By
Okay,
practice. Because more questions we are solving, we know about it. But in the exam, he will give you, mostly they will give you in the paper, no issue. So you will get, but I am trying to say K1 and K2 will be almost equal values you will get in both the cases. When you will get the equal values, that will prove you will get the same value. I am saying same K. And when you get the same values of K, K1 and K2, that proves that this reaction which we have given is a first order reaction because it is obeying this law. Which formula it is obeying? This one. So it is obeying the first order formula. Both the
Yes,
values
sir.
should be same.
Okay.
That is what I am saying. The two values will come out to the same. Therefore, I can say that it is a first order. If you will calculate, you will find this. Because here you see na 2.3 by 30, 2.3 by 60. Here it is coming. What it is coming? It is 2 times of this. 2 times of this. You can see that. This is log 4 and this is log 2. Got my point? And so
Okay, sir.
log 4 is 2 the square, 2 log 2. This is log 2, this is 2 log 2. 2 and 30 will cancel, so you will get the same values. So this part is, first question is done. What was the first question? Show that it follows pseudo first order reaction. Because the concentration of water is not changing. We have again told you here. He has written concentration of water remains constant. Concentration of water remains constant. So the result is this. What is the second part of this? Calculate the average rate of the reaction between time interval 30 to 60 seconds. Now we gave you the formula how to calculate the average rate. I told you what is the value of the average rate. You already know about the average rate also. You know what is the average rate, how you calculate the average rate. Average rate formula was what? Change in concentration,
Divided
final
by
concentration minus initial concentration over a period of time. What is the time period? He says 30 to 60
60
seconds.
seconds.
So what we said, minus, because the reactant is concentration is decreasing, minus, what was that? C2 minus C1
Yes, sir.
divided by T2 minus T1. Put the values. Minus of what is C2 value? Concentration at 60
0.15.
seconds, 0.15.
0.15.
Very good. Minus
0.30.
0.30 divided by
60 minus 30.
time period how much?
60 minus 30.
60 minus 30 seconds. This is molar. So what is minus will become plus. What is the answer coming? You can find out the answer. Here the value of K was coming to be almost same, 2.31 into 10, 2.31 into 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2. They are coming in both the cases almost same value you will get. This is my these values are coming 2.31 10 power minus 2 minus 2.
So the average rate would be 0.05.
Actually, that means 5 into 10 minus 3.
That's 2. Yes, sir.
And units should be written in the exam mole per liter.
Per second.
Okay, very good. Very good. See, the questions will be like this, but if we follow the steps easily and units, etc., we will be able to do it. What is the next question? See, this was my question number 2. This we have done. Question number 3, what he says? For a chemical reaction R to P, the variation in concentration of LNR versus time plot is given. Again, I am giving you the question which have been asked in paper. I told you that graph is going to be there in the exam. Different type of graphs we have told you, not one type of graph. If you are lucky, you get a very easy graph. Depends if you are examining the person who is setting the paper. Or there are so many types of graphs I told you about. So you can give any graph. What he says, predict the order of the reaction. What is the slope of the line? Write the units of the rate constant. First question this much. This graph is between ln of R versus time. So you already know what type of reaction is this. What is our answer for this? What is the order of the reaction? In this case, there are zero order and first order.
First order.
So
First order.
First order reaction. You know how to draw the graph. If you want, you can give the equation which we used. That is y is equal to mx plus c.
Mx plus c.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
What is the slope? So what will be the slope in this case? Slope. What was the equation? When you draw the graph, y is equal to mx plus c. Rt is equal to, what was that equation? This equation. What was the value of the slope?
Sir, slope will be minus k upon 2.303.
You have done one mistake now. That was the catch. Now I gave you time. Again, think the answer of this question. The graph is between L and R, not log. This is not log. There is a difference between ln and.
Okay.
I have, this is my log where I am using 2.303. This is ln value. When I use ln, what is the formula? So slope will be equal to minus
Minus k.
k.
Minus k.
Arey,
Yes,
it's
sir.
only one mark question. If you will do mistake, it is over. Got my point?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Write the units of for this reaction. First order unit. What are the units of the first order reaction? Write the units of the first order reaction. First order units. आ गया question.
Sir, per second. Per second.
First order. You can check it out. I given you a general formula. General formula. Per second.
Yes, sir.
So units. You are saying second inverse.
Yes, sir.
Show that the time required for 99% completion is double of the time required for completion of 90% of the reaction. Very important question. देखो, this is my reaction. R goes to P. R goes to P. And you have to find what you have to find time required. This is the formula which we gave you. Where is that? KT is equal to 2.303. Now 90% means what? When it is 90% complete, the main thing is to find the value of RT. How much is that? R0 minus 90 by 100.
100.
R0. The
Okay.
amount which will be left.
Okay.
And when it is 99% complete, what is that? 99% complete, how much will be left? RT
RT
is
is
equal
equal
to
to R naught minus
minus 99.
99 by 100 into R naught.
Okay. Then you find the value of T1 and T2. Put the value. What you will get? This value is coming how much? If you will see that this is 0.01 R0. And this is coming how much? 0.1 R0. Now it is clear. When I will use the log values, what will happen? This will become 10 power 2. This will become 10.
10. Yes, sir.
Log 10.
It will double.
It will be 10.
Yes, sir.
So calculate and see. Calculate and see. Very important question. Very important question. This question has been asked. This question has been asked repeatedly, students. This question has been asked repeatedly for you in the exam. Can solve it. Time required for 99% completion. What you have to prove is time for 99% is equal to 2 times of time for 90% completion. Which is clear from these values which I have got it, because these values we have to put in this formula. This is the formula. So what I said, golden formula is always one. You have only one golden formula, which is we are using all the time. This is our golden formula. So once we know the golden formula is same every time, you have the same golden formula. KT is equal to 2.303 log of, another way of writing this is A minus X. See?
Okay.
I am writing in another way also. Original concentration, the left amount. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So I have given you both the formulas. If our exam, whichever, sometimes, because I want you 100 out of 100, 100 out of 100. Not even 1 mark will be lost. So I hope you understood some of the questions which were taken from previous board papers.
Yes, sir.
So we will end up this session here and we will meet you in our next class.
Okay, sir.
And We'll send you the recorded video also for this test.
Okay, sir.
All we have to is that constantly we keep on working. You will have a advantage this time. I believe that there are many students who are lost because of the school problem. Those who are regularly studying and taking coaching from proper teachers, they will be getting more marks. Because main thing is, unless we understand the material and do some questions, we can't do anything. That's our question. That's the point. Okay, then bye bye. See you in the next session.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, wishing you a happy Independence Day.
Thank you, sir. Same to you.
Okay, I'll meet you in the next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.